Now here at the eastern side, just outside where we have the workshop. Remember last week they had these posts planted, and when I passed the first time they were waiting for concrete. And later on in that day the concrete was poured, and I told you also that next week when I come back I won't be able to pass through the fencing that they had here. And this is a fact, because this week now we see all the mesh has gone up to the point where they have stopped. The drain is still here in place. We have more fencing to go, as you can see right here. As I pan with you right across to that point, the fencing will be coming all the way on the side. How it is going to end up over there, I don't know. If it is going to, they're going to build up that area over there to have the fencing, but we will wait and see. As time goes by, we'll see how that will develop to link back up over there on the eastern side where we have the fencing already planted right across up there, as you can see in that area up there. It is fast approaching lunchtime, and the work seems to have slowed down around the site as the workers get ready to have their lunch. The lunch period is from 12 to 1. But as you can see up here where work was taking place, the place is dead right now. Nothing is happening until after lunchtime. You will have the workers come back out to work. But all over here on this side of the 220 channel where we have the big river, we have filling up work would have been done last week. As you can see over there where you have that light truck, a lot of work has been done there filling up that area since my last visit. And now they have started to do this section. This is the southern section of the river, and you see the dirt there. Truckloads of dirt has been piled there, and as they continue to fill up this section of the riverbed area where needs to be filled to bring it up to this level to where I am here standing currently.
Too far to turn back now. This country means too much to me, so we now go turn the country back over to NDP. Tell them I say that will never be. They will never stop the progress of ULP. When times are up, we will never give up. Now the country moving on, never returning back. I say the whole Labour voting, yes we voting, yes we voting. I say the whole Labour voting, we voting this time. And it's the ULP we voting, yes we voting, yes we voting. I say the ULP we voting, ULP all the time. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching, you and me, on to victory. Too far to turn back now.
All here where we are at right now is where the river once used to pass, and you can see the amount of filling up work. Those of us who know where the river was and how it used to run would realize and will appreciate the amount of work that has been done here since the river was rechanneled through the culvert. This area has been filled, and it's so amazing to see how much work, earthwork has been done here since that river was rechanneled through the tunnels there to bring this area of the runway, of the airport side, to the level where it has reached so far. But they have more filling works to be done, because they have to bring it right up to that bank side down here to bring it to the level of the runway. But the work continues, it keeps going on. As I speak with you now, it's about 12:30, heading up to the 1 o'clock point, and the workmen are on their lunch break right now. And I am here, the sun is very hot and it's sweaty and sticky, and you have to be drinking a lot of water when you're out here. And luckily for me, I always walk with my water, so I have no problem. But I'm here with you nevertheless, bringing to you the actual work that has been taking place here on the airport side, the filling up work of the river area here where we are at right now, to show you the extent of the work so far. Now you realize when it rains, the water will run, and the water has to run somewhere. Now coming down from off those bank side up there, as you can see the cuttings where the water runs down onto the flat down here, it makes its way all the way across here where we have that sink in the earth. So we have to have now a channel being cut so that the water can drain on. But as these areas are being filled, this water will then run off into a slough. All here where you're looking at now, you see the extent of the work that has been done here in the riverbed. All here used to be the river. We still have a lot more filling up to be done. As you can see the height of the bank there, where we have to come up to. I'm standing on the higher part of the bank, looking back over into where the river once passed. And last week when we were here, they were doing work here with the filling up this area. And as you can see, the amount of filling up that has been done here over the past week since my last visit. They work sometimes up into the night because they have two shifts. They have a shift that comes in at about 3 o'clock and probably work until 11 at night. So this work here at this area is done night and day. But currently, as you would have known by now, it is still the lunch period and the guys are on lunch. But as soon as that period is finished, you will start to see again the commencement of the work here at the airport site here at Argyle. We still have a considerable amount of filling up works to be done here, right here in this area. As we look back across there where the runway is coming in from, all that area over there where the caterpillar is has to be filled up, because that is going to form a part of the shoulderway for the runway, and it's going to come right over to this side here where we are at. Yeah, this solid area that has already been set and prepared, and we have that small portion of the runway that has been fully completed. The second coat has been laid on, and all that is left to be done in this area is for the putting down of the base stone and the compacting and laying of the first layer of asphalt, then the second layer, and then the completion of this strip of runway. So this is the bulk of the work that is left to be done here. Other works are going on, but this is the major work here, the filling up of this area and getting to readiness to continue the length of the runway here between the two river spanning.
Never again. Look before you leap. We not turn back. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now.
Except for the movement of earth from that bank side up here, No other different kind of work has been done here since my visit over the past week. As you can see, we still have the stakes in place here where they're going to put the new access road to Warwick, coming in from the end of the road up there. Where the old Argyle road once passed. And you will see where those vehicles are passing right there right now. Where that vehicle had just passed, so this other one passing. The road is going to come in or exit from that area there and to go back onto the main road, as you can see where those vehicles just passed. But other than the bank side coming down, and last week when we were here, you noticed trucks were moving stuff from here and taking them down to the area where we have the 220 channel. But nothing in terms of earthworks is taking place up here today at the northern end of the airport site. So I'm going to make my way back down as I travel down and focus on the western side to see what has taken place over the past week.
When times are up, we will never give up. Now the country moving on, never we turning back. I say the whole of Labour voting. Yes, we voting. Yes, we voting. I say the whole of Labour voting. We voting this time. And it's the UFP we voting. Yes, we voting. Yes, we voting. And it's the UFP we voting. ULP all the time. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching, you and me, on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh yes.
Lunchtime is over and the work has commenced once more. And what you're looking at there is the work that is going on there at the riverbed area where they're filling up the siding of the riverbed. We see we have a compactor compacting the dirt, the bulldozer pushing the dirt, leveling it off. I am here on the northern end of the river area, just above the bank side where the river once passed, looking back to the south where they're doing all that work going on down there. But as I get a little closer to the work, I will show you exactly what is taking place there. You remember how all this area used to look once? Very deep down there. But now look at it. We have the culverts in place. Concrete works filling up have been done. And the dirt filling up on the side also been done. The compaction work has been done. And as you look at this area down here where this bulldozer, this compactor is, you can't even tell the difference. All this area is now filled with dirt, and dirt continue to be poured on the other side over on the southern side over there. Truckload after truckload as these dirt are being pushed down towards the end, going towards the east, and the compacting machine here will compact it. This area they are working on is in the area where the runway is going to pass as they fill up the siding, and very soon we'll have all this area where you're seeing concrete will be covered with dirt, going right up from one end to the next, from the south, from the east to the west end of this spanning of the river. We will have the filling up of this area with dirt. Already we have more than 3/4 of the spanning has been filled with the concrete in the spaces of the tunnels there, and all we have left is this area up here to be filled. I don't know if we're going to have any concrete works being done up here this afternoon, but this is the area that we have left for concrete to be poured, and the building up of the side here with the concrete also, before we have the filling in of the dirt area. So this is what we have here as the work continues here at the 220 channel, the area where we have the Yambu River, the filling up of the area more to the eastern side. Here it's taking place here today, Saturday the 17th day of October 2015. See the concrete truck heading down the road along the apron area. It is heading all the way down there to the cargo section of the apron, where they are now doing some concrete works. And here in front of us we have another truck coming at the testing point there, where it's going to stop right now. And another concrete truck just finished offloading its load of concrete down there. Just finished offloading its load of concrete down there at the area where they're doing the concrete works down there at the apron area. So yes, we have concrete works now in progress, and this started after lunch here being done at the apron area, the cargo apron area down there on the southern end, just below the area where we have the control tower. Now I am on top of the bank side. If you are on that side over there where we have the concrete works going on, and you look back over to the other side on the north where you have all these houses here at the bottom, well, that hillside above the houses, that is the hillside on which I am currently standing, giving you an overhead view of the work that is taking place there on the site of the airport. Now over there, looking back to where we have the main road, right on top of the flat there in front of the building, we have some sort of, I guess it's going to do the roundabout, going to do there, and they are doing some preparation work there for concrete works later on. But as I go back down to the flat down there, I probably will get a chance to go around there to show you exactly what is taking place there on that side of the site. I am here standing at the eastern end of the 191 channel, just to look over on the other side, looking towards the sea. And as I look back to the western side, I can see all this area that you're looking at, where they have done the filling up work here, up, down, right down to this point down here. So you can see a considerable amount of filling work has been done in this area. And as I turn with you and look back over, as I look over on the bottom here, you see we still have more filling up work to be done here, but I guess this work will not be done until the completion of the drain that is taking the water down to the sea from under this tunnel here. But all up to this point we are looking at here, we have earthworks have been done, the filling up of this area here at the 191 channel, and for sure that they're gonna have to fill up all this area, because to have the fence come over, I believe that the fence is gonna come straight across over to this end of the 191 channel to link up back with the one at the back of me here. So this is the progress of the work so far here in this area where we have the 191. A lot of filling up work has been done over the past weeks since I've been coming here, and this is to show you that the work is getting there. We are getting there with the work here at the Argyle International Airport site. I bring you back to this point where we have some fencing work that has been done. And from what I observe in the other areas where they put fencing, the fencing fall on the outside of the drainage. Now in front of us here we have a drain. This drain is coming all the way down from the police, the fire station up there, and coming right down. And I don't know if this is how it is going to be or if there is some kind of error here, but this is left to be seen. But it's just my observation that all the other drain fencing areas where they have put in fencing and where there are drains, I have noticed that the drain comes inside of the perimeter of the fencing. So I don't know about this one. I'm looking closely at it. It probably is this is how it is going to be, or I don't know, but I am just wondering as I look at this one in comparison to the other. So let us look and see what happens if this is the way, if they're going to shift it, because when I look across from here I can see the other fencing down there are behind this area where we have this one. So it could be the way it's supposed to be, as well as it could not be. But why I'm bringing this to you is because from my observation, all the other fencing are on the outside of the drain. That is just the simple case. And this drain is taking the water down towards the sea area, close to where the one that is coming from under the 191 channel will be passing.
Look before you leap. We not turn back. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching you and me on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh.
Here we have a cutting out for another drainage system. Now this area where we are at right now, where this cut is, earlier up in the year when you wanted to get to Argyle, you used to come in from the main road along this area and you go straight across over there, across the apron section, and go down in the corner down there over to where you have that house in the corner over there on the hillside. Then you go to Argyle. But earlier up in the year, the road was closed and a new access road was built over at the Argyle Gardens area. Now vehicles still used to come down in this area because the roadway was still there up to a certain point. Now over the past weeks we have had the area being cleared for the hangars, and here we have another drainage way cut out here, so no vehicle can go beyond this point where this cut is. All the vehicle has to stay, any vehicle coming down gotta stay up there on the bank side. Now a drain is going in here, and most likely we're going to have a roadway somewhere across here so that the vehicles going to the cargo terminal building can have access to the building, and also a road for the service way. Now I am standing on top of the gutterway that they have been built already, going right across here, and if you look with me you will see over there where the apron is, and this drain is traveling all the way across over in the distance out there, out at the end where we have the cargo terminal building, and this drain will be passing on the southern end of the cargo terminal building and link up all the way over there where they had already built a drainage way just below the bank down there where that piece of equipment is there clearing down the dirt from the bank. Well, we already have a gutterway already built there, built from blocks and covered with some concrete slabs. So this is where we're going to have the linkage of the drainage way here, the water coming down from off the bank side up there from the main road. below down here where they have cleared the way for the hangars, we see that they would have already dug a trench and plant or install the PVC pipes for the electrical wiring and other cables that supposed to be run here in this through these pipes. Now the opening there, no doubt, should be a box. Most likely they're going to put a box there. I call it a junction box or a manhole kind of thing, where the cables are going to meet up with each other. And from that other side here, we're going to have trench going across up to how far? Probably right out to the cargo building. We're going to have the cables, and all the way on top of the hill up there where we have the control tower, we already have the 4-inch pipe being planted up there, buried underground, to link up to these, to have the communication and electrical system across this site here at the airport.
For another term, too far to turn back now. 2001, when the journey began.
As you can see where the red truck is, we have a surveyor, and at the back of me on the road, the same old road that once used to be used to get to Argyle, they are doing some surveying work up there. When I get up there, I will show you what is going on, where they place the stakes. So it is believed that the road is going to pass, an access road is going to pass here in this area where I'm standing, going right across. You see, they would have already cleared this area here, and already we had stones, base stones mixed with dirt in part of this road, which they built earlier to accommodate this vehicle. And now you can see it's like a road we're going right across here. I do not know as yet if that is exactly what is going to happen, but from what I'm looking at, I have come to that conclusion, because you must have a road to go to the terminal, the cargo terminal building, that will take you back onto the main road. So most likely it will be passing in this area and heading all the way up there back out to the main road. Here we are on that area where they had the access road. Now you see workers are here on the apron area where I just show you the red truck and the surveyor. They are doing the measurements here and placing in the stake what seems to be the center of the roadway. But from what I'm seeing here, for sure there's going to be a roadway here to link up to the terminal building area. But everything has to be done accordingly, so they are doing the surveying work here to make sure that this is done properly. We are here at the main road, and this is what I'm showing you here, the road. From here the vehicles used to come on before, all they were up like in January and all in 2014, and drive all the way down here and go across the apron area, down at the side of the control tower and across over to that area where we have those houses and go over to Argyle. But now work has started here on this section of the road, and this section of the road has been closed since in January this year to accommodate the work on the apron area. So what you're seeing here now is another segment of the work, and they're doing the surveying here for what appears to be a roadway to take you to the cargo terminal building and to section of the airport that will only be used by workers of the airport and not actually for the general public. We are here at the access main road that will take you to the terminal building. No further development has taken place here since my last visit. We still have the asphalt paving to be done, so we are still waiting that segment of the work. So things here, the concrete works have been finished, and all that appears to be left here to be done is the paving of this area, the asphalt paving. But when this will be done, I do not know, but we'll continue to monitor it until something is being done, and I will keep you informed as to what has taken place. The water that will be coming down from through this box drain here, from up at the main road coming down there, will be going down through here and link up into that box drain that we have right there already built underground, taking the water all the way across over there into that box and all the way down heading to the sea. Instead of using the wood to make the base for these box drain, here you have some concrete slabs, and they call them dummies. Now with these in place, you don't have to worry about having to remove the wood, because if you build the base for wood as the foundation to pour the concrete on, those wood will remain underneath here in the box drain until they eventually rot, because you cannot get underneath there to remove them. So what they have come up with is this idea of making some concrete slabs about 2 inches, 2.5 inches thick, as you can see here, and lay them over the drain. And on top of these now, they're going to pour the concrete to cover over that, so they won't have to worry about removing any wood from underneath. They already have the base here for that portion of concrete. And on the side over here, where we're going to have also another drain to take water into this box drain. This is on the side, and the left side. I'm going outwards to the main road, so this is on the left side of the road. Over here we have the access road with the walkway on both ends and that piece in the center. Now this is on the left of the road, and what I have learned is that a drain is going to be on the side to bring the water back into this box drain that we have here. So these PVC pipes that are being placed there in position, when the rain comes, when the water runs down in that drain on the outside, the water will flow through the PVC pipe into the box drain and down to the sea area. So this is what the work looks like down here at the end, as in nearing the finishing of this area here, where we have the roadway going close down to the terminal building. Work continues down there. The workmen are down there working feverishly. Trucks after trucks have been leaving the area with dirt to go to other areas of the site. So as I get closer up here now, the concrete works will be coming down in all this area. This width that you see here will have the concrete works covering this section where we have the dummy. And here you could see a sample of the work so far that has been done, and we have the BRC here on top of that to hold the concrete in place. And on the siding we have this piece of siding. If you see how thick it's going to be to cover this area here with the concrete work. And this will be your walkway for pedestrian using this area. Pedestrian not having a vehicle and wanting to walk outside from the airport site will use this area. And here we have a manhole, and have to be very careful if you walk in here in the night. At least nobody should be walking here in the night. But this is where covering where a man can go down into the hole and clean out in cases where it needs clean. This is to show you an idea as to what I was talking about. when I tell you there's going to be a drain on the outside of this walkway. Do we have a similar thing like this on the other side of the walkway also? So all here, when the rain comes, you know, the water is going to run down into this area. So to prevent any water from running any other area than into the drain, this is what we have here. The drainage system going to be built on the side right out back to the end, from end to end, and the water that runs down in this area will now run through this PVC pipe and go into the box drain that is built underneath this walkway here, and all the way down to the 191 channel in the distance down there, taking the water down to the sea.
Yes, we voting. Yes, we voting. I say the whole of Labour voting. We voting this time, and it's the UNP we voting. Yes, we voting. Yes, we voting. And it's the UNP we voting. ULP all the time. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching, you and me, on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're standing firm for another term. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching, you and me, on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're standing firm. Yes, it's Labour again. Look before you leap. We not turn back. Too far to turn back now.
I am here on top of the bank side where they have done the terracing, just below the control tower, overlooking the apron area, the taxiway, and a section of the runway, as you can see, giving you a panning of what the work looks like from this vantage point.
We knew the road ahead would not be easy.
Now they would have done some work here on the apron area this morning, or this afternoon actually. The concrete work was done, and we see we have 5 areas where they have already put down the siding for the molding, and we have about 3 more sections left to be done here going towards the gutter area. So tomorrow, if they do any concrete works, then they will be skipping out that one where the gentleman is walking down there. You see where they just done the fresh one and they're doing the finishing touch. Well, they will be skipping out that one and they will be doing the other one after that. So the work continues here. Now the cement trucks were bringing concrete here for this portion of the work this afternoon, and now they have finished this section of the work. They have turned their attention to the cargo terminal building, where they are going to cast the rafters into the ring beam of the building here. The pump truck is over there because the concrete has to be pumped overhead, and the pump truck is in position. We have a concrete truck down there already waiting to back up to the pump truck, and they will pour the concrete into the boxing on the other side, the side facing the road, And if you notice in front of here, they would have already done this section maybe last week or thereabout, and now they're doing the other section in the front there, securing the rafters into the ring beam as they continue with the works here on this section of the cargo terminal building here at the airport side. Now over there on the bank side below where the road had caved in, on that bank side overlooking the cargo terminal building, we have two pieces of equipment there. One is digging down the bank side in a sloping form as a terracing, and the other one is pushing the dirt, grading the area, pushing the dirt over the bank side, as you can see from this vantage point exactly what is taking place up there. So this is the work that is going on here at this side of the airport, and also we have the telecommunications electrical guys who are doing the electrical wiring of the site. Their vehicle is down there. I don't know if they're doing any work. There is a vehicle park up there, and they are responsible for the running of the cable, the underground conduits and all of that. And over there we have where the hangars are going to be. We have grading work and compacting work taking place currently. And over in the distance now, you see where that truck is over there, where that piece of equipment is. They are digging down that area, removing the dirt area over there on that bank side, as you can see from where I'm at here, all the way over there, just below that house that is situated up there on the hillside. Well, all that area now they're digging it down. And below us, right in that area there where you're looking at right now, where we have a pile load of dirt, the trucks are being loaded and the dirt being removed to another area. I am all the way up here on that bank side overlooking the fencing work down there, and just above me up there on the hillside you can see piece of the control tower building. And this is just to give you an idea as to where I am located here, looking down back on the runway side. And down there on the southern end we see we have some equipment down there, the compactors, and normally at night there is a light down there to light the area where they are parked for their safety. And I don't know, but there is a boat down there, and I want to believe that there is somebody down there who keep watch at night so that nobody can really do any harm to those equipment as they park down there in the dark, under the turning head area. The area, one of the generators is being parked down there and already turned on to light that area where those equipment are parked. Now I am on top of the bank side, as I told you, looking down on the fencing from above here. This area just below the control tower area, to give you an overhead view of the runway and the works that were done down there at the bottom.
You will be all the time. Too far to turn back now. Too far to turn back now. We marching, you and me, on to victory. Too far to turn back now. Oh yes, we're too far to turn back now. Yes, we're too far to turn back now. Oh yes,
What they are actually doing here is casting the other ring beam on the short side of the building here. As I would have noticed now that all the rafters have already been casted into the columns, and all they're doing there at the end is doing that short end of the ring beam, pouring concrete. You have the steel matting placed here on the concrete base, and what is going to happen next, we're going to have a next pouring of concrete on this area where we have the steel, and you see the lines are already in place. That is to give you a guide as to what the height of the concrete will be when they pour it in. After that, we're going to have the blocks which are already on site. We're going to run them up on the side and put on a concrete crowning, and then we're going to have our drainage system. And outside of that drain, we are going to have the area of the fencing passing somewhere in the back, as we can see with the one coming down there. Probably will be passing somewhere over there in the distance, or it may very well come close to this drainage system that they're putting in. I don't know how it's going to work, but as time goes by, I will see, and you will see also, because I'll bring you that information. So this is what we have here at the bank side of the Johnson Hill, and above, as you will know by now, is where we have the access road to Waroko, passing up there on the hillside. And up there in the distance, where we already have some fencing put in place. So the work continues here on the fencing and on the drainage and other aspects of the work as we near to the end of this work, and things are happening. Just be patient, and very soon we'll be having our airport in operation. Well, we have come to the end of another week of our tour here at the Argyle International Airport site, and until next week, as a matter of fact, I will not be here next week Saturday. Actually, the 24th of October is my wedding anniversary, and therefore I will not be coming. Actually, that also too will be on Saturday, so it will be the 17th and 7th. We'll give you 24. So next week Saturday, don't look for me out here at the Argyle International Airport site. I can't say yet how I'm going to work that out, and I believe that on the Sunday I will not be able to attend I will not be able to make a trip out here on the Sunday. I can't make any promises for Friday as yet. I will have to watch and see how things turn out this weekend coming up. But this is the end of my tour for today, Saturday the 17th day of October 2014, and until my next visit here, whenever that is, I want to wish you all the best for this week coming up. And if by chance I don't get to do another video before the Independence Day, I want to take this opportunity to wish all Vincentians, whether you are here at home in St. Vincent and the Grenadines or anywhere else in the world looking at this video, I want to take this opportunity to wish you a happy 36th anniversary of independence. We are 36 years of age, and we are still going. We have a long way to go, but I hope and trust that wherever you are in this world, you will take some time to reflect on where you have come from and where you are today. Until such time, I want to wish you and your family all the best, and hope to catch up with you another time. So be good, be safe, and keep your focus, and If you meet someone without a smile today, just give them one of yours. Bye-bye.
Oh, yes, we're